I've done a lot of cars and a lot of engines, but I've never had like a friggin' sexy engine.
Is that stupid? So we're at a good point right now in the build. I want to start figuring out the firewall, because the firewall is going to be important for when we have to make all the headers and everything. So I'm going to grab some cardboard right now and start laying this out and just kind of wing it. Again, I don't know exactly how this is going to look. I know I have a lot to work around with the whipple and everything like that. So we'll start laying it out and then get the firewall attached. I'm just taking my staple gun and I'm stapling all this together, that way it doesn't move. Once I have all this stapled, then I can go through and I'll be able to pull this off if I need to, and trace it onto a piece of steel and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking as of now. Again, this is my layout. I don't know exactly what's going on. I think it would be sick to have a piece that actually breaks here. It'd give it a lot of dimension when you looked at it from this side. So let's get it stapled together. I'll keep running through this thing, but yeah, today's firewall day. Let's see how we can make this thing look. I think I have a really good layout of how this is gonna look. Again, it's out of cardboard, so everything's kind of just temporary, but let me go grab my dad, see what his thoughts are. You can see how this is going to start just really taking shape. Again, this is gonna be, wow. I'm getting excited, guys. This is gonna be, wealthy. By the time we're done, this is a full race car. Let me go grab my pops. Tell me what you think. That's just the start.
Oh yeah, oh good idea.
What do you think?
I think you should definitely do it out of metal, because your foot will go right through that cardboard if it gets wet.
You think? Stupid.
Oh, see, I like that a lot.
So my wife's here. We're gonna get her reaction.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, maybe you should come over here a little bit more. Right there.
All right, hold on. All right, check it out.
How are you even gonna see? I just don't know why you always have to go so big.
Go big or go home.
Why wouldn't we?
Stand in there like you're gonna drive it.
Well, don't they make a little bit smaller motors?
For what?
Oh, well, you only have a huge blind spot.
It's not bad, huh? Are you gonna drive this?
Yeah.
See how I'm starting to attach the floorboard?
With cardboard?
Courtney. I got my good buddy Garrett over here. He's helping me knock out the firewall. There's so much work that has to happen on this thing. Again, we cut out everything. So now we have to go back through, re-strengthen, and figure out exactly what we're gonna do. I kind of just did a layout of what I was thinking very quick. So Garrett's gonna put his talent in this bad boy and kind of perfect it, and then we'll cut it. But we're gonna try and make this out of one piece if possible. We may have to pull the motor to get it all in there, but yeah, this is gonna finish off the entire front of the truck. So we'll just keep getting at it and make it look sick. Garrett, what you got here, dude?
So we got it really nice and smooth. You can look at it from the front and it just rolls all the way to the bottom outside, you know, right out of your view, you know?
It looks so clean. People with C10s will understand what this is. Most people though probably will have no idea, but yeah, so you added this piece. Yeah, that'll look so good.
Caps off the rockers, caps off the end of the frame rails.
So all this, are you planning just we'll weld all this?
Yep, just weld it right in.
This is kind of how it's going to look, and then we have some trick ideas. Instead of bead rolling, we're going to try a little something different.
Yeah, and I don't see anything else on the back of the motor, so we should be good with all the clearances.
Now is where it gets real, because we have to be very precise on what we do right now. We're going to use some thin gauge steel. So right here, we'll grab that sheet, and then we're going to hand cut it and then break it, show you guys that process. But once this is all done, this is going to make the entire front of the truck. So I can't wait to actually see it be metal instead of cardboard. But yeah, you can kind of see the layout of what it's going to be. It's still hilarious how gnarly that thing is. So let's peel this off and let's get cutting. There's the firewall right there, guys.
Ta-da! There.
Perfect. Let's get set her on. This is gonna be so sick. Oh my gosh. Looks a little bit better than the cardboard.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys can see how this is gonna look. Again, we restarted completely. You guys remember when we cut out the firewall? It was not a pretty sight. Oh man, we're in deep now. You can see we had to completely cut this out. So there's no firewall left, no floorboard. I was pretty stressed out. But this is what it's gonna be now. You can see how beautiful it looks. We'll have paneling that connects to it. We're just gonna keep going. And when we're all done, this bad boy is getting fully welded. It's gonna be a lot of welding.
Yeah.
So Garrett, he is going through on the firewall right now and actually welding both sides together. So now it's one. What do you got going on right here, big dog?
All right, so I went through and I evenly tacked everything. This will make it so when I fully weld it, it's not gonna wanna separate or move around and create a big gap. So I've got all these tacks. I've smashed out most of them, but like you'll see this one here, it hasn't been hit back. So
like
you kind of can't really see.
It looks like a bubble kind of.
Yeah, yeah. You can't really see, but there's a little shrink around it. And if you were to get a bigger picture of it, you might see a little warp there. But what we want to do is we want to smash that out and stretch it back out so that when we fully weld it down through, it's going to be very consistent and it's not going to warp or anything. So this guy above here, that's been one that's already been smashed out, and that one hasn't been.
So you're about to hit it right now?
Yep. So I'll just go behind it with a dolly, and I'll just...
That's crazy, dude.
Nice and smashed out.
It completely flattened.
So now we can go back through and just fully weld it one end to the other, and the heat will come into the metal and out of the metal and keep it nice and consistent.
And then you'll reflatten once you're fully welded?
Yep. I'll go back through and just smash out all the welds and flatten it right back out.
That's awesome, dude. See, that's what's cool. Everyone is an expert in their own area. Garrett is really good at panel work and a lot of other things. But yeah, interesting. I'm learning stuff just kind of watching him. But he'll get this bad boy all welded out, and then we're gonna keep moving on. But yeah, that was really cool right there.
Next step is we're gonna bend these in so that we can attach these inner panels.
Oh gosh, it's starting to come together, dude. Oh my gosh. All right, so now that the front section's done, we're gonna go through and start attaching these. It's gonna start looking like a truck again here pretty soon, not like a skeleton. let's pull it off. And man, this is getting exciting. What's crazy is all this used to be out of cardboard. And from cardboard to real, and you can just see how awesome this is looking. This is for sure the right way to do it. Again, I said it from the beginning. I mean, this is way more work, way more than just dropping a cab on a chassis, but the shape that this cab was in, we couldn't just leave it. It's basically like a brand new truck at the end of the day. This will be pretty close to new. How are you liking it so far, Garrett?
I love it. I love it. It's like simple, but it's like, it's beautiful at the same time. And it's one off, you know?
I know. And it's like race car now. I mean, it's like full race car.
So much for the simple photo.
I know. Nothing about this truck's been simple, but that's what's gonna make it. At the end of the day, when this truck's done, it'll be cool because you can't just buy this. This is all handmade right here. So we're working right now. I wanted to point out something kind of funny I had to do to actually cut behind the roll cage right there. It took a Sawzall blade, chopped her down on the bandsaw, and she fits right there. It's kind of funny. You see that? You like that?
I do like that.
Hey, whatever works, works. Garrett, have you seen the inside of this? Would you think, and if you didn't see the outside, you'd think full race car?
Absolutely. Maybe a trophy truck or something. I'm definitely not a...
Look at how factory this looks. It's not even comparable to what the factory used to be. Garrett, tell us how you did this part right here. So he cut this out originally.
Yep, so this was just a regular cut, just a big square cut piece out of it. And I made this panel, and I then welded it in, and then finished off my weld so you can't even tell that it was ever welded in.
I mean, it literally looks as if it was just stamped. Yeah. That's kind of what it looks. And he did really good detail. You see everything is radiused, and all that's done by just the hammer.
Hammer and dolly, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't use like a bead roller or anything, which would have made it a little better.
Yeah, it's looking awesome. All I know is this looks so good. Garrett has absolutely killed it on welding this thing all together. All the corners, everything's all welded. You can see here. We're gonna have a little bit of body work, but that's normal. Just with this whole truck's gonna have to be body worked. But it is just exciting to see what used to be really such kind of a pretty crappy cab turn into this. So you can see how it's starting to finish. On the next episode, what we're gonna do is figure out complete trans tunnel on the paneling here, and then finishing off the floorboard as well as capping the back of the cab. So this has just been fun. I can't wait to set that motor in here and see what it looks like. But for now, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Garrett and I still have a lot of work to do, but we're gonna get this bad Whipple LSX in there. And when we're done, this is gonna look factory. So have a blessed day, and let me know in the comment section how you guys are liking this. Later.